High, and it is a pleasure to have you here this evening. This is my absolute favorite night of the year because, yes, the football games are great on Friday nights. Football team gets a lot of recognition and pep rallies. Band concerts are great. Choir concerts, orchestra concerts, I love them all. But I love celebrating our academic all-stars. We did 4 days last week of celebrating some students in our jacket times in the gym and the great accomplishments that they have made this year. Those are the things that I love to do. I love to get out and recognize students for things other than just athletics and fine arts. Academics is why we're here. And so this evening is exciting for me. This is my first one at Fairview High School, and I'm super pumped to be here. So to begin, I want to introduce Mr. Butler. I told Mr. Butler that I'm going to get started right at 6 o'clock because I'm going to race him out to the refreshments out in the lobby. Unfortunately, I don't think that I'm going to beat him because I got this boot on my foot. But we're going to keep it pretty quick and we'll get you out of here. But we want to celebrate your kiddos tonight. And then you can go enjoy some great cookies and donuts. So starting us off, Mr. Chris Butler.
Start off the night, we're going to be honoring students in the 9th, 10th, and 11th grade that have obtained the Summa Cum Laude distinction through Williamson County. So we're going to start with the class of 2022. And so when I say your name, please come up and please hold your applause to the end. Jasmine Gonzalez, Caden Hughes, Noah Kirkpatrick, Lila McCoy, Lily Mobley, Sarah Shavers, Lauren Terry, Noel Wiggs, and Thomas Williams. These are students that have obtained the status of Summa Cum Laude for the class of 2022. Another round of applause for the class. Next up, we'll be honoring the class of 2021 and the students who obtained the honor of Summa Cum Laude. So when you hear your name, please come up and please hold your applause to the end. Dylan Guardo, Marissa Jackson, April Johnson, Ryan Keaton, Ryan Kilgore, Eli Logan, Tegan Lunsford, Alexis Miniat, Ashley Moore, and William Perry. One more round of applause for the class of 2021. And now to honor the class of 2020 to the students that have obtained the Summa Cum Laude status: Rebecca Bowles, Alexandria Bush, Frankie Colford, Nicole Grayson, Anakin King, Christian Parente, Emma Shavers, Maya Sudbrock, Cassidy Thompson, Clayton Williams, Robert Wilson, and Nayland Yeager. Once again, give it up for the class of 2020. This time, I'm going to turn the mic back over to Dr. Jones.
So it is my distinct honor to introduce the top 10 of the senior class. I'm going to read their names, and I'm going to read a little statement about them that their teachers have given us. Aaron Bates. Mr. Walker shared that many people do not know this, but Erin retired her career as a standout cross-country runner in order to coordinate and supervise cross-country meets. She is by far one of the most mature students he has seen, and he is very interested to know what lies in her surely successful future. Ms. Bartman's favorite memory of Erin happened during the summer before her senior year. After producing top quality work for 3 years, they had an opportunity to travel together to Peru for a week of Spanish immersion classes. After their first class, Erin turned to Mrs. Sparkman with a huge smile on her face and said, "My Spanish actually works." She was a great source of pride on that trip, and she continues to make Mrs. Sparkman proud every day. Aaron Bates. Elizabeth Boulay. Mrs. Sparkman dubbed Elizabeth as a trilingual leader. She admires Elizabeth so much for both her leadership skills and her academic drive. Throughout the years, she has consistently worked to make Fairview High a better place by giving so much of her time to nurture our community. This kind of dedication to leadership can be stressful when enrolled in advanced level classes. Elizabeth is one of the best examples of how young people should achieve by challenging themselves academically, working to improve your community, and being able to forgive yourself when there simply isn't enough time in the day to get it all done. Mrs. Larwood and Coach Hughes also commented on Elizabeth's kindness and her ability to help run so many things, both in class and behind the scenes. Ladies and gentlemen, Elizabeth Boulay. Sarah Ann Farrell. Mr. Walker claims that Sarah Ann has the work ethic of an old world sea traveler. She is as determined as any student he can recall, and always seems to be a recipe for an interesting future. Her round-off and splits are unmatched. While Sarah Ann was not in TV and film, Mr. King admires how she routinely volunteers to help video productions in the FPAC with sounds and lights. She is very generous with her commitment to FHS. Mrs. Randalls has known Sarah Ann since she began her freshman year, coming in the library before school, and at every break she had. Mrs. Randalls would have to gently remind her that morning was their busiest time and they may not be able to listen or converse. But that didn't deter Sarah Ann. She is a bubbly, vivacious joy to be around. Ladies and gentlemen, Sarah Ann Farrell. Gabrielle Harder. Mrs. Buzard met Gabby in her Spanish 2 class last year and remembers her as a very bright and dedicated student. She gives of herself to the task in front of her and consistently and constantly works to do what is right. Mr. Myers appreciates the integrity that characterizes Gabby so consistently. She is a quiet but dependable leader, and when she speaks up, everyone should listen because they're sure to hear something great from her. Mrs. Herman loved being Gabby's math teacher for 2 years in a row. Gabby is such a hard worker and a natural at the subject. Ladies and gentlemen, Gabrielle Harper. James Hutchison. Mr. Walker considers James a sarcastic, kindred spirit. His dry sense of humor has always resonated with Mr. Walker, and he hopes South Carolina is ready for it. Mrs. Larwood loves how James always made her laugh. He is charismatic and brings a smile to the room. Hey, James, Mr. Myers wants to remind you that there's still one more week to come out and play Ultimate Frisbee for old time's sake. Ladies and gentlemen, James Hutchison. Adam Landry. Mr. Walker fondly remembers how Adam serenaded their jacket time with guitar playing. He has never failed to surprise us with his intellect and ability to self-reflect. Many jokes concerning Macho Man Randy Savage and the Oregon Trail have been had in G128. Mrs. Herman reflects that Adam brought a fun spirit to 6th period pre-calculus. From the cryptozoologists to constantly cracking jokes, it was never a dull moment. I had to practice the cryptozoologists a couple times. Mrs. Sparkman shared that a couple of years ago, the Spanish classes had an opportunity to take a field trip to TPAC to enjoy a Cuban band called Tiempo Libre. During the concert, the band invited students to the stage to show off their dancing skills. She has never seen a better salsa dancer than Adam in her life. She is very proud of you, Adam. Now show us some moves. Ladies and gentlemen, Adam Landry. Maggie McGowan. Mrs. Wilson Mobley remembers how Maggie impressed not only her, but also the entire WCS ESL department through the vision, purpose of her AP capstone project. It focused on supporting LEP students, limited English proficiency students, and their general education teachers through assistive technology methods. Our WCS ESL supervisor, Joseph Winery, said he believed it was the first AP capstone in the district that focused on ELLs. In fact, it was the first AP capstone in the district, period. Our students were the first this year to complete that course. Very progressive, timely, and beneficial for student learning. Mrs. Sparkman and Maggie have worked together now for 5 years. During that time, she has worked tirelessly to develop her skills as a talented bilingual student. A favorite memory of Maggie would be remembering all the help that she has offered to those younger students following behind her. Through tutoring, serving as the Spanish Honor Society president, and working as Mrs. Sparkman's student aide, she has created meaningful opportunities for all Spanish students in the building. Thank you, Maggie. Ladies and gentlemen, Maggie McGowan. Anna Moore. Mrs. McKnight describes Anna as independent, ambitious, and focused on success in whatever she does. Mr. Ricky Jones has also been amazed how Anna is an ace both in class and on the tennis court. And Mrs. Sparkman fondly remembers a conversation she had with Anna and our assistant principal at the time, Doug Capella, regarding Anna's class schedule for freshman year. Mr. Capella said it looks like we may want to skip all of this and go ahead and put her on the fast-track plan to finding the cure for cancer. Mrs. Sparkman always thinks of this when she is in awe of the quality of work that Anna has produced. And she does not doubt that Anna will achieve whatever goal she has in her sights. No pressure on finding the cure. Ladies and gentlemen, Anna Ward. Logan Ryerson. Dr. Beard reflects that Logan was always a challenge because he was so dang smart. Trying to find an assignment that was challenging for him and pushed him beyond his boundaries was difficult because everything she gave him, he would turn back in with perfection. Mrs. Herman says that she thoroughly enjoyed watching Logan master the art of statistics, and his ability to see beyond the problem is impressive. He was also one of our AP capstone students this year. He completed his miniature dissertation on legalized gambling, which was very impressive because it actually opened his eyes to economics and taught him and revealed to him that he had a love for economics. I remember the first time that I met Logan was in my office 2 days after I was named principal at Fairview High School, and he was trying to make a very tough decision with hockey and was staying at Fairview. And so we are thankful and grateful that he decided to stay here at Fairview High School. Ladies and gentlemen, Logan Ryerson. And Santina Santoro. Mrs. Laird admires how Santina is always willing to lend a hand, even if that means corralling 25 freshman algebra students during daily 7th period study hall. Coach Hughes thanks Santina for leading the FCA. Her great leadership skills increased attendance because people wanted to be a part of the great things she was doing. And Mrs. Knoop remembers how Santina joined the theater late into the rehearsal process for Bye Bye Birdie, and getting to know her was truly a blessing. She always employed an excellent work ethic and kept a positive attitude. Mrs. Knoop is sad that she met her so late in her high school career, but wishes Santina all the best in years to come. And Santina is also another AP capstone student who did her miniature dissertation on the effects academically of split households. Ladies and gentlemen, Santina Santor. Continue to give a round of applause for this year's top 10 of your senior class. And it is my pleasure to now introduce Mr. Jeff Myers.
Good evening, my name is Jeff Myers and I serve as the English Department Chair. Each year the department has the privilege of awarding 2 students from each grade level. One is awarded for excellence in the study of literature. This award is named after an admired author. The other is awarded for excellence in writing. And this award is called the Power of the Pen. This year's 9th grade Steinbeck Award goes to Lily Mobley. Mrs. McGaha claims that from day one, Lily has been a model English student. She close reads, she annotates, she participates in seminars, she does everything I ask of her. But Lily is the recipient of this award because she does something I can't grade. She thinks about the literature. She takes the questions a step further and goes from thinking, what does this say about a character, to what does this say about us as people? Steinbeck said that his work's drive was aimed at making people understand each other. He would be proud to know that students like Lily are trying. The 9th grade Power of the Pen Award goes to Lily Frank. Mrs. McGaha admits ironies that one would think that a writing award would go to someone who writes a lot. And that is true. This award is going to Lily Frank because she's actually writing less. Paradoxical, I know. This year, Lily recognized that just writing a lot was not necessarily the key to writing well. After some early discussion, she began focusing on the impact of diction and selected evidence to make her writing more effective. Every assignment, from basic plot-level questions to longer analytical pieces, is crafted with precision and effectively conveys her thoughts. She's worked hard to prove the old adage that sometimes less is more. The 10th grade Bradbury Award goes to Octavia Lee. Burleson says that Octavia approaches literature with a unique lens, and she is able to think analytically about texts with this impressive lens. She is not one to speak her voice loudly, but quietly, allowing the substance of her speech to be loud. Having her in class is a gift for her teacher, as well as her classmates, as all are enriched by her. The 10th grade Power of the Pen Award is awarded to April Johnson. Mrs. Lowry says of April, "Your willingness to investigate the real and literary world is evident in your writing. Your passion shines through in every assignment. This passion and your ability to use words have the power to effect change. Language is knowledge, and knowledge is power." The 11th grade Hawthorne Award goes to Nicole Grayson. Charles Dickens wrote that a loving heart is better and stronger than wisdom. But in the case of Nicole Grayson, she was richly blessed with both. Mrs. DeShala shares, "Nicole is one of the most dedicated and hardworking students I have ever worked with. Everything she does is insightful, detailed, and brilliant. But more than her wisdom and work ethic, Nicole is an embodiment of light and hope. Just like the biblical definition of love, Nicole always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. And I'm grateful to know her." The 11th grade Power of the Pen goes to Logan Bowers. Burleson says that Logan has a natural gift for writing beautifully, as he seems to effortlessly create art through his words. His writing portrays his unique perspectives, and he is able to relay these perspectives in a way that keeps his readers wanting more. His diction grabs the reader no matter the topic, and it carries them on a journey of genius. The 12th grade Shakespeare Award goes to Aaron Bates. Mrs. McGaha writes that Aaron Bates is an old soul. Not like a tottering grandmother old soul, more like a crotchety, get off my lawn, you whippersnappers old soul. And she is not easily impressed. We talk a lot in class about how AP doesn't care if you like a book. They care that you can appreciate it. And Erin was able to do just that. She selected an independent novel that I had never read, so I read it along with her. And honestly, it was awful. In our discussion afterward, while I was going on and on about how bad it was, she was pointing out to me the things she was able to appreciate about it. The student had become the teacher. That rare ability embodies our class motto of, we don't read books, we study literature. And finally, the 12th grade Power of the Pen Award goes to Adam Lampley. From Mrs. McGaha. We sadly, I think, live in a society that values maths and sciences over the arts and humanities, especially with regards to men, which is a shame because what Adam Lampley is able to construct on paper rivals the capabilities of even the best engineer. His aptitude for literary analysis is top-notch, but he truly shines in his ability to translate those thoughts onto paper. Adam is one of the funniest people I know, but don't be fooled. His writing is no joke. His written responses are the perfect blend of just beautiful wording and effective communication. So in a world that will pressure him to go build something, I hope he continues to use words as his tools to construct his masterpieces. Let's congratulate your 2018-19 English Department. I'd like to introduce Laura Crafton Sizemore.
This year's biology award goes to Lily Frank. Ms. Drumright said that over the past 3 years at Fairview, I've had the opportunity to teach many gifted students. Every once in a while, an individual will stand out among the rest. Lily exemplifies what it means to be a yellow jacket. She approaches each day with the attitude that the glass is always half full. Any problem can be overcome, and a smile that translates happiness. Biology is often a class that poses a particular struggle for our freshmen. Lily worked hard every day, asking poignant, thought-provoking questions, and excelled as a result. She is very responsible, self-motivated, and has a dedication for going above and beyond. Her work ethic and focus on doing well is an inspiration to her classmates. I will miss seeing her in the front row and our quirky conversations. It has been my honor to be her teacher this year. Ms. Lily Frank. This year's Honors Biology Award goes to Lily Mofford. It's been my pleasure to teach Lily this year. I know that Lily has worked tirelessly to understand and truly grasp every topic we have studied this year in Honors Biology. Lily, you will be very successful in all of your future endeavors because of your hard work and desire to truly understand what you are learning. We all look forward to seeing what great accomplishments you make in the future. And it makes my heart flutter because you want to study astrophysics, which was one of my favorite things in college. Miss Lily Mobley. This year's Physical Science Award goes to Tegan Lunsford. Mr. Walker said that Tegan has been such a delight to have in class throughout the year. She has consistently mastered the material in physical science, as well as assist others that are in need of help. She will excel in her future AP classes in her future college and in whatever profession she chooses. Her analytical brain is a rare one, and I'm happy to have helped her along the way. Ms. Tegan Lunsford. This year's Honors Chemistry Award goes to Ryan Kilgore. Mr. Milliken said that Ryan Kilgore is receiving this award for his curiosity. Not just any curiosity, but a curiosity that is constantly relating every new experience in the scientific worldview. He doesn't see chemistry as a string of topics, but instead he understands that all the myriad of properties of matter are the result of only a handful of fundamental properties. Mr. Ryan Kilgore. This year's Honors Physics Award goes to Christian Prente. Okay, he's at the soccer game. All right, well, Mr. Milliken said that Christian's receiving the award because of his ability to distill a problem down to its simplest form, and that he has the ability to understand that all the forces surrounding us are an aggregate of only a few simple physical laws that govern the entire universe. All right, this year's AP Chemistry Award goes to Vincent Cachese. Dr. Beard stated that Vinny objectives and has consistently strived for a conceptual understanding of the molecular molecules and of their behavior. He is a classroom leader, scholar, and full of jacket pride. Congratulations, Vinny, on a job well done. This year's AP Environmental Science Award goes to Aaron Bates. Mr. Walker stated that Erin forfeited her stellar cross-country running career to focus on her studies. She has been a pleasure to know throughout her time at our school. In AP Environmental Science, she masterfully conducted her work and bridged together different ideas. The concern that she displayed for various environmental aspects was also very nice to see. She's a hardworking and dedicated person that will excel in any future that she wants, and I'm glad to have taught her. Erin Bates. And this year's AP Physics Award goes to Miss Anna Moore. Mr. Milliken said that Anna Moore is receiving this award because of her ability to simultaneously see both the forest and the trees. She has an extraordinary talent for being able to keep track of the little details while thinking laterally about the big picture. During this year, this ability has made her shine as she constructed her own understanding of the physical world, a scientific framework, both interrelated and detailed. Ms. Anna Moore. Let's give one more big round of applause for all of our Next, I'd like to introduce Ms. Melinda Herman, who will be presenting the Math Department Awards.
So the first Math Department Award is for Algebra 1, and it's going to go, Algebra 1 Honors, it's going to go to T.J. Williams. So this award is given to a well-deserving mathematician who shows impeccable work ethic, balance, and strives to show his best every day. This student balances school, work, as well as enjoys being active outside the school with raising baby goats, yet still maintains the highest caliber of math-mindedness in the honors program at Fairview High School. Having deep thinking about a multitude of math concepts, this student will surely progress to change the world in the field of mathematics somewhere. Congratulations to Thomas Williams for one wonderful year of Honors Algebra 1. The GeoGebra Award goes to Lily Mobley. Lily is an excellent student and a joy to have in class. She is willing to work hard on both her tests and homework, and her accomplishments in GeoGebra are reflected in her efforts. Every day in class is started with a warm smile and an eagerness to learn. This is Mr. Schreiber. He says he's honored to have been her teacher and proud to give her this award, for she's earned it. The Geometry Honors Award goes to Noah Kirkpatrick. Mr. Schreiber says that Noah Kirkpatrick Noah is a brilliant young man with a bright future in whatever he chooses to do in life. Although usually quiet in class, when he does answer questions, he is always on point. He is very respectful and is an excellent student, and his grades reflect his efforts. It was an honor to have him as a student, and I'm proud to give him this award. The Algebra 2 Honors Award goes to Ryan Keaton. Mr. Griggs says the hallmark of a strong math student is their ability to analyze any given problem and use critical thinking skills to determine a solution. A top student is then able to analyze their solution to determine if it's reasonable. Ryan Keaton has repeatedly been able to demonstrate these skills in Algebra 2 throughout the year. He is always asking questions that help him further his learning and in the study of mathematics. All of these attributes are the reason why Ron has been chosen as the Algebra 2 Student of the Year. The Pre-Calculus Honors Award goes to Ryan Kilgore. The most impressive attribute of Ryan Kilgore is his desire to know the why of learning, the math behind the math. All year long, he's asked the hard questions and pushed our class to dig deeper into the subject of pre-calculus. The other very impressive attribute is his ability and willingness to help his classmates as they are learning the material. Brilliant and caring, such a joy to teach. Way to go, Ryan. Way to go, Ryan Kilgore. The Sales Award goes to Jenna Hoots. This is from Mr. Putnam. In the 4 years that sales has existed here at Fairview High School, no one has shown the determination and work ethic Jenna Hoots did this school year. She was working on sales 2 to 3 class periods a day, and whenever she had a free moment, so that she could finish early. Not only did she accomplish this, but she finished quicker than anyone else has ever before in Fairview District. I'm super proud of her and know she will be successful in her future endeavors. The AP Statistics Award goes to Anna Moore. Anna has been such a joy to teach this year. She's been willing to do the outside work and truly become familiar with the art as well as the science of statistics. Her diligence, intelligence, and integrity will definitely serve her as she pursues her dreams. Just definitely appreciate it, Anna. And Mr. Schreiber says this about the AP Calculus Award for Santina Santora. Santina is the epitome of what a student can accomplish with hard work. While math may not be her best subject, she put forth great effort to learn calculus. She showed up every day, all year long. Santina Santora. And now I would like to introduce Jessica Klaus to do the history department.
All right, our first award is AP Gov, and that goes to Miss Maggie McGowan. Mr. Castle says that Maggie is an intelligent, hardworking young lady who has set herself up to succeed in life due to the good habits that she has exhibited throughout the AP Gov coursework. She is a model student. Miss Maggie McGowan. Next, the Economics Award goes to Ms. Riley McPherson. Mr. Castles also says that Riley is a diligent worker who desires to know and understand all that she is supposed to learn for class. Never without a smile on her face and always willing to help anyone who might need it. She is truly a wonderful student to have in class. Ms. Riley McPherson. Economics Award goes to Miss Erin Bates. Mr. King says that with her straight face and her witty sense of humor, Erin has been a joy to have in class. She is also the first in Mr. King's class to make a 100 on the benchmark test. We wish her all the best in her future endeavors. Miss Erin Bates. Next, the World History Award goes to Miss Lauren Terry. Mr. Jones says, although she is one of the quieter students, Lauren has an amazing work ethic and has maintained excellent grades this year in world history. Miss Lauren Terry. Okay, so next for U.S. history, we have Miss Alice Arias-Nada. Coach Long says that Alice has shown excellent work habits and always produces quality work. She consistently gives her best effort in class and has been a positive addition to my classroom. Miss Alice Harris. Next, we have AP US History, and this goes to Maya Sudbrock. Maya has the exceptional ability to always see the big picture of history and has proven herself to be a true historical thinker this year. Her writing was enjoyable and thought-provoking to read and to grade. Maya has an outstanding work ethic that frequently exceeds that of her peers. Not only does Maya hold these qualities, but she is always more than willing to help those who are struggling with course content. It has been an absolute joy to have Maya in class the past 2 years. Next, we have AP Human Geography Award, and that goes to Mr. Ryan Kilgore. Astounding intellectual curiosity that he brings to class each and every day. He has a strong desire to understand the global community and the world around him that push him to increase his knowledge in AP Human Geography. His interest in current events and how they connect to course content deepen his understanding of human geography and how the world works. During this school year, Ryan asks thought-provoking questions that always move the conversation forward in a meaningful way. I am so blessed to be his teacher. Next, AP Macroeconomics goes to Ms. Elizabeth Gooding. Mr. King says that Elizabeth is always optimistic. She always makes her teachers feel like they are truly making a difference. We hope that she goes out and leaves her mark on the world. Ms. Elizabeth Gooding. And one more round for our social studies. One more. Okay, for government, Miss Isabella Du Bois. Mr. Jones said that Isabella asked great questions regarding government, which consistently led to great discussions in the classroom. All right, next we have Mr. Kevin Sosborn.
I'm Kevin Sosborn. I'm our Career and Technical Education Department Chair, and we're going to start with our Teaching is Profession Awards. The first one that we're going to give away is called the Shining Apple Award, and this is presented to an outstanding student in the Fundamentals of Education class. This year's award recipient is Lexi Staton. Teachers in the nest report that Lexi is always willing to jump in and lead a hand with all the children. She has an inherent knowledge of what children need and how to engage them in learning and play at the same time. She excels at assignments in the class, and she is an inspiration to others. Ms. Perkerson, fundamentals teacher, had this to say about Lexi. Lexi will be the type of teacher who will push her students to excel beyond anything they dream imaginable, but they will never know how hard they're working because she will strive to make her class fun and engaging. She will change the lives of her students for the better. Lexi Staton. The next award is called the Golden Apple Award, and it is presented to an outstanding teacher as a profession student. This award is based on the engagement and the rotation experiences, feedback from cooperating teachers, from general class performance. This year's award is presented to Zach Oliphant. There's a quote which says that the best teachers show you where to look, but don't tell you what to see. Zach is this type of teacher. He inspires his students with enthusiasm for learning and a genuine love for his students. And he encourages good behavior and personal accountability in the students he works with. He will plant seeds in his students that will continue to grow over their lifetime. Zach Oliver. Our next set of awards in our department are going to go to our mechatronics students. And our first one's going to be our digital electronics student of the year, which will go to Jacob Clevenger. Our Mechatronics 1 Student of the Year is Ryan Kilburn. All right, and our next set of awards in the Mechatronics department are going to go to our students who have completed a minimum of 21 college hours through Columbia State. And they will be receiving their Engineering Systems Technology certificate from Columbia State as they graduate high school. The first one is Jacob Brewer. Vicky Bush. Ryan Kleiner. James Hutchinson. Carlos Moore Miller. Ian Scruggs. And Ethan White. Our next student recognition is going to go to Mario Buchel. So he can come on up. Now, as I talk about Mario, Mario's probably getting pretty used to people bragging about him about these days. And when I tell you what he's receiving his award for, make sure you hear exactly what I'm saying. Mario Buchel graduated college last week. He'll graduate high school next week. I'm pretty sure that might be a first in the state, maybe anywhere. But what Mario did this year has been simply amazing. We started our mechatronics program 3 years ago with the idea that in our 4th year, we would have kids that had earned enough college credits to graduate with their associate's degree from Columbia State. Mario had different ideas. He said, why wait 4 years? So he came to us in the fall, and he decided he wanted to take all of his classes that were required. So I think he took about 24 hours in the fall from Columbia State, doing college English, math, a fine art, a computer apps class. Am I missing any? In the fall? Economics. Along with 3 of his mechatronics classes. And so this spring he had a little bit easier time. He only took 2 mechatronics classes, completed an internship, and he finished his English and his, what else did you do? Manufacturing processes. So I think he took about 15 college credit hours this semester. He was on the wrestling team as well, so time management became a priority for him. I was very common to see him sitting in my room at lunch working on all his online work. But as Fairview High School's first mechatronics student to get through his associate's degree from Columbia State, we were recognizing Mario Buchel. So our Health Science Student of the Year goes to Brooke Visser. Our anatomy and physiology student of the year is Isabel Chris. Our rehabilitation student of the year is Tyler Bernard. And our clinical internship student of the year is Gabrielle Hart. And from our agricultural and science department classes, our outstanding FFA member, China Jones. Now I'm going to turn it over to Bob King, our media productions teacher, for some special media awards.
Thank you. I'd like to ask the following students to come up, please. Tanner Peterson, Dayton Edwards, Austin Davenport, Lila Chivers, Kane Wall, Jarrett Hoffman, Brandon Parrish, Izzy Vasquez. We have several people that are out at soccer this evening. On behalf of TV and film, I'd like to give a very quick background on why they're here. They created a full-length motion picture called -1. You may have heard of it. -1 is something very special, and I'd like you to understand what a great achievement this is. They made a feature-length movie. It's an hour and 40 minutes long, of a quality that could easily be shown on Netflix or other public forms of entertainment. Their movie is so good, it showed at the Franklin Theater and sold out. We looked around at awards that we could enter this for and decided it doesn't really fit student awards anywhere. So I'm going to say this next part very carefully. We wanted to enter it in not adult films, but in films made for adults. So after looking around, we have entered their movie, -1, in the Nashville Film Festival. Understand what that is. That is one of 17 film festivals around the world that is qualified for the Academy Awards. So this is a very prestigious festival, and they're entered. They have a category for college students and young filmmakers. We couldn't enter that. That's limited to movies that are 40 minutes or less, because college students don't make anything longer than that. These high school students have made an excellent movie that is now 40 minutes long. It's going to be there forever. So it gives me a great deal of pleasure to congratulate them on a magnificent achievement. There's so many firsts about this for our school and for our county. I just really want to brag on them. So I would like to congratulate these students. Dayton Edwards, who is our Director of Cinematography. Austin Davenport, who was our primary editor, did almost all the editing and was lead actor. Kane Wall, who was lead actor. Garrett Hoffman, who did sound, and also was an actor. And we have several others who are not with us this evening, but also participated very strongly in the movie. So my warmest congratulations to these people on what such a fine achievement. I would also like to thank the other departments for preparing them to be in TV and film, because they used their knowledge of English, theater, of science, all the other academic areas to help them perform. So, congratulations. I'd now like to introduce Miss Amanda Sparkman.
Here to present the World Language Awards this afternoon, this evening. I'm going to start with Spanish 1, and this award is given by Ms. Eagle, and this award goes to Dominic Davis. Has chosen this student because he never fails to impress. He does his own Spanish research, and he makes sure that he is always one step above expectation. He's also very patient and kind to other students when they are asking for help, and he always achieves when others are less than motivated. Ms. Eagle is certain that he will do great things. Thank you, Dominic. The Spanish 1 Honors Award goes to Haley White. Has chosen Haley because she has a positive attitude and a great deal of dedication to the honors program. This student may not always believe in herself, but she knows that she can do anything when she sets her mind to it. Ms. Engel believes that she's an amazing student who always strives for success. And in the words of her teacher, "You are a star. Don't ever be afraid to shine." The Spanish 2 award tonight goes to Brooke Visser. Has chosen this student because she consistently has proven to be dedicated and responsible. In class, she's always on task, engaged, and ready to participate. She has an outstanding work ethic, even with the busy life that she leads outside of her school day. Thank you, Ruth. The Spanish 2 Honors Award goes to Cameron Smith. Hardworking student who always produces top quality work. Apart from his diligent approach to learning, he's proven himself to be unusually talented as a Spanish speaker. His fluency and grasp of the language is superior. I'm so excited that he plans to continue studying Spanish because he will certainly be bilingual one day. Thank you, Cameron. The Spanish 3 Honors Award goes to Marissa Jackson. Marissa is an outstanding student with a deep interest in language and the many cultures of the Spanish-speaking world. She's currently serving as a member of our Spanish Honor Society, and in this capacity, she's used her advanced skills and knowledge to help other students who are learning both English and Spanish. I'm so proud of her growth this year, and I'm excited to continue to work with her as she transitions to AP classes. Thank you, Marissa. The Spanish AP Language Award goes to Adam Lampley. Apart from being a great dancer, this student's skill with both the language and his writing abilities have earned him this recognition. He's always been a great student, but this year he has absolutely flourished. I appreciate the high level of thinking, writing, and speaking that he consistently brings to the table. However, what I will miss the most about this young man is his personality and the joy that he brings to my class every day. Thank you for a wonderful 4 years. The AP Literature Award goes to Miss Maggie McGowan. Maggie has been
a student of mine for 5 consecutive years, bless her heart. Her work has always been superior, and her fluency is very advanced. She is a tenacious learner, always pushing herself to the highest levels and seeking opportunities for growth. She is a founding member of our Spanish Honor Society, and she has served as an officer for 2 years, and in her senior year has served as president. During her time with us, she has had a profound and positive impact on the Spanish program, and she has created so many opportunities for the students who will follow. We are all better because of the work that she has done. Thank you for a great 5 years. The French 1 award goes to Sonia Lopez Yabarone. Ms. Garlick has chosen Sonia because she is a joy to have in class. She works well with everyone and kindly helps others when they have trouble with French. She works hard on every assignment, and she shows a strong knowledge of French. She has earned the highest achievement for French 1. Thank you, Sonia. The French 2 award will go to Lacey Chun. Ms. Godwig has chosen Lacey today because she has shown hard work and motivation in French 2. She is dedicated to staying on top of her schoolwork and has always completed her work on time. And finally tonight, the French 2 Honors Award goes to Claudia Fernandez Garcia. This scholar has strong French skills that shine in class. She is curious about learning new things and always pushes herself to be better. She has earned the highest achievement in French 2 Honors. Thank you, Claudia. And next, I would like to introduce an asset to the Fairview community and my personal hero, Miss Tiffany Wilson Mobley.
Thank you so much. I would like to recognize bilingual scholars tonight. As we know, when we watch our own children learn a new language, it's a miracle. And I have had the privilege to watch these children, well, young adults, be immersed in a new language and become bilingual scholars. Now, in case you aren't already convinced that bilingualism is an amazing thing, just think about the fact that someone who's bilingual is using much more of their brain. They live longer. Problem solving, creativity just is exponential. So many, many reasons to become a bilingual scholar. These students are immersed in a new language, which is not easy. Becoming completely bilingual or learning a new language takes 5 to 7 years. And each year, students are assessed on a national test, which is they're tested on social language, the language of language arts, the language of social studies, the language of science, the language of mathematics. The test goes over 4 days, and a student who is almost fluent or becomes completely fluent, that test will take 8 hours. These students that I'm going to call to the front have earned that recognition, have passed that national test, and have now gone through a transitionary period. So we're so, so proud of them. And I hope they are also so proud of themselves. I would like to call up in 12th grade, Yubit Reyes Cuellar Perez. In 10th grade, Evelyn Santos. In 9th grade, Shama Tekup. And also not representing 9th grade, Bianca Lovisaro. The certificates they've earned tonight are not only signed by myself and our principal, they're also signed by our superintendent of schools. This is an honor not just from our school, also from the county, from the state, from the United States of America, because it is the WIDA access that they passed. So we're really, really proud of them. And I also want to thank their families who are also here. Because when you learn a new language, your whole family learns a new language. And we are very grateful for their support. Thank you so much. Next up is Miss Kelly Gavush to give the Spirit of Fairview Awards. Really want to say your name.
Most educators will tell you that good students are tenacious learners. They are full of the desire to always do better. Good students push themselves, even if it means being uncomfortable in the moment. The Spirit of Fairview highlights good students. It acknowledges that good student knows the value and effort and determination of learning. Each year, 2 students are selected by the faculty and staff for demonstrating the characteristics of being a good student. This year, Fairview High School would like to award the Spirit of Fairview to the following students for always asking questions, pushing themselves, and striving to be better. Congratulations, Ashley Penrod, and Gracie Oliphant. At this time, I'd like to introduce Chris Butler.
Next up, we're going to be honoring those seniors who have achieved an ACT score of 30 or above. We like to call this our 30 Club. And I will say, at some point in time, I would love to celebrate our first perfect score of a 36. So if you're an underclassman out there, I'm challenging you to be the first person in Fairview High School history to get to that 36 Club. We've had some students that have scored perfect on the 30 or a sub-score of the ACT, but we're looking for that perfect score. But these students here have achieved a great accomplishment of a 30 or above during their time here at Fairview High School. So when I call your name, please come up and please hold the applause to the end. Adam Lampley, Maggie McGowan, Anna Moore, James Hutchison, Sean Osborne, and Chance Deal. Once again, these are seniors that have achieved a 30 or above on the ACT. So once again, give them a round of applause. And at this time, I'd like to introduce Ms. Josie Honig.
I'd like to begin my portion of tonight's award ceremony by introducing Ms. Dina Manke to present the DAR award.
Good evening. The DAR Good Citizen Program is intended to encourage and reward the qualities of good citizenship. The student selected as the school's DAR Good Citizen must have the qualities of dependability, service, leadership, and patriotism. The Old Glory chapter of the National Society, Daughters of the American Revolution, is pleased to present this award to the 2019 Fairview High School DAR Good Citizen, Kendra Johnson.
I would next like to welcome Ms. Patty Carroll from Congressman Mark Green's office.
Good evening. It's great to be here. Fairview's my home, so it's my honor when the congressman needed somebody to fill in, to get to come here and honor these great students, and just to see so many faces that I've seen over the years. It's been an honor, and I can't believe y'all are so old. I'm getting younger, but I know y'all are old. But I first want to thank Fairview High School for allowing me to come and present these awards. Congressman Mark Green is extremely busy in D.C. working hard for us, and he wishes he could be here himself, but I got the honors to present you the awards tonight. Congressman Mark Green is honored to be able to recognize some great students in the district. Each student receiving an award from our office tonight will be presented an award certificate and also be written in the congressional record to be recognized for their academic achievements, their commitment to service our country. We will be presenting two awards tonight. The Honorable Congressman Mark Green Health and Science Award and the Honorable Congressman Mark Green Military Service Certificate. I'm going to call your names, and if you will please come up and join us. The first award will be the Health Science Award, recognizing a student with superior grades and performance in health science. Gabby Harder, will you please come up? Okay, the next category we'll be recognizing is Congressman Mark Green's Military Service Certificate, awarded in recognition of students who were courageous enough to commit to serve their nation's defense by answering the call. Okay, if you would please join us on the stage. Dennis Lee. Josh Klein. Kendra Johnson. Sarah Scarborough. Patrick May. Brady Turner. And Cole Parks. And once again, thank you for having us tonight. Congratulations to these great students and those that have committed to serve our country. We truly do appreciate it. And all the other awards tonight, y'all have worked hard, so you deserve this. And we're really proud to have y'all in our district and serving and representing Fairview so well. Thank you.
Patty, thank you for being here.
Thank you. It's my honor.
Green, thank you. I think Patty's the first person that ever said she's getting younger and she puts her glasses on. I want to say that our military, I'm surprised that we're here. We actually had another military recognition last Tuesday, so I'm wondering if they were confused if it was that too. But thank you, Congressman.
Next, I would like to recognize the boys and girls state delegates. These students are chosen for first academic excellence. Each student is nominated based on a 3.75 GPA. Then our faculty votes based on who we feel would best represent us at this opportunity. For our boys state delegates, I would like to recognize Sid Brady and Anakin King. And our girls state delegate, Rebecca Bowles. Next, I would like to recognize the students who have been accepted into a Tennessee State Governor's School. There are several governor schools across the state for various topics. Each student applied and was accepted based on various essays, portfolios, and this is an incredibly competitive opportunity, and we're grateful that we have so many students experiencing this summer. So Colby Davis, Governor's School for the Fine Arts. Alex Bush, Governor's School for the Fine Arts. Anna Sherwood, Integration of Biological and Statistical Sciences. Ryan Kilgore, Sciences and Engineering. And Cheyenne Jones, Agriculture. Recognize the outstanding achievement of our AP Capstone cohort. AP Capstone is a two-course offering affording students the opportunity to learn how to research an AP seminar and then conduct a year-long unique research study in AP research. This year's students willingly waded into unfamiliar waters to be the first cohort not just at Fairview High School, but in Williamson County. They persevered through occasional rough waters and navigated their way to amazing research studies. More importantly, they have acquired skills that will continue to follow them through their academic careers. They have learned the value of the journey, determination, perseverance, poise, and patience. Introducing Fairview High School's first AP Capstone cohort, Ms. Maggie McGowan. Logan Ryerson. Maddie Wright. Santina Santoro. Chase Green. Sean Osborne. And Caleb Fuller. who have received scholarships from our community. First scholarship recipient is a recipient of the Valerie Wilmore Memorial Scholarship. That scholarship goes to Mr. Logan Ryerson. Next, we have the recipients for the Donna Bledsoe Memorial Scholarship. The first recipient is Miss Gracie Shelby. Jackson Clevenger. Peyton Elliott. Maddie Simmons. Mason McGowan. Jorby Kimball. Connor Parsons. And lastly, DJ Estes. Our final scholarship we would like to recognize is the Elvis Jones Memorial Scholarship. That scholarship is awarded to Holly Cox. Thank you, guys. For our final awards tonight, I'd like to introduce Dr. Kurt Jones.
This last award is voted on by all of the faculty and staff of Fairview High School. It's the highest honor you can receive as the teacher of Fairview High School. It is my honor to introduce this year's 2018-2019 Teacher of the Year, Kiara Harper. Kiara works with our occupational diploma students, and she does an absolute fantastic job with them. We are thankful to have her, and I'm thankful to be your principal. Thank you for all your hard work and everything that you do for Fairview. Kiara. And ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this